Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Hey, it's Will.
And this is Technical Difficulties.
Otherwise known as Thomas. And welcome back to the OK Boomer podcast. Now available as audio or video podcasts. You can see us right here on YouTube Live. We're live on X at the same time, and you can catch the replays on Rumble and Odyssey. And the audio portion, if you prefer just the audio podcast, you can find us on Spotify, Apple, Google, or wherever you get a podcast, which is free. But please spread the word. Give us that 5-star review, even if you don't mean it, just to help spread the word so more people can hear about us. And we're off to the races. It is now the pre-show. I, again, am on the Isle of Misfit Toys. I have nothing. I got nothing this week. But Thomas went to a little store known as Ollie's.
Yes, I did. I went to Ollie's. I got out today, and some of these are for me. Actually, some of them are Christmas presents. So, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Picked up The Art of Darwin Cook.
Oh, sweet.
For $6. So I was like, what the hell?
I wish they would just shrink wrap the books and put the sticker on the shrink wrap and not on the actual book.
Yeah, I know. I got another Golden Age or Bronze Age Swamp Thing Volume 1.
Nice.
Dude, I have never read this, but I've heard this is one of the better arcs in this series. Not that this is a bad series, but Fables, Snow White.
Nice, yeah. The best thing about that is that was written by our friend Bill Wingeman.
Yep.
And he gave the high middle finger to DC and made everything that he wrote for like the last 20 years.
Yeah.
He was
like,
in Domain.
Yeah, Domain. Now, I've got to figure out what issues these are, but this is I guess it's like the third, but Batman Night of the Owls. So I can't remember where this falls. But
I think that's before the Court of Owls.
No, I thought Court of Owls was first.
It might be.
And then it was Night of Owls, but this is a lot thicker than the Volume 1 and Volume 2. I mean, it was like $4. So I was like, what the hell?
And I see what looks like Hugo Strange on the back cover.
Yeah.
Or is that Mr. Freeze? No, that's Hugo.
One of them, yeah.
That's Hugo, yeah. That could be afterwards, that whole big story arc that brought in like the Talons.
Yeah.
Which launched the Talon solo book, which I read for about 6 issues, and then it kind of got boring to me. So
I am slowly finding these at Ollie's and picking them up for next to nothing. I'm up to book 4 now with this one, Preacher.
Oh, good series.
Dude, the art is so good. And I mean, I love, Ennis. Ennis is just freaking amazing. I never even heard of this next one, but it was $3. Called Two Dead by Val Jensen and Nate Powell. It won a National Book Award, winner of March. Have you ever even seen of such?
Nope.
Comics, graphic novels. After World War II, tensions in a southern city ruled by organized crime, touching countless residents as they struggle to make sense of a new world. A sudden act of violence sets off a series of bloody events between the police and mafia as they lash out against each other. As the violence worsens, desperation grows, so stop it by any means necessary. The art is really good too.
Oh, is it like that? Like the grayscale wash tones and stuff?
Yeah, like gray or black scale.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, and it has a little bit of that whole contract with God vibe.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if everybody's read Contract with God. If you haven't, read it. It's there's a reason it's considered a masterpiece.
Yeah,
But
that was pretty much one of my highlights for the entire year. Actually, finally reading that book.
Yeah, I sent that one to you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That's why I read it.
But I got those, and the other thing is I don't see him on here right now, but I got a early Christmas present from our friend and lurker of the Pal Al, of the podcast Al. So, you know who the Dr. Squatch people are, right?
Yeah.
They make the soap, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I use all their stuff.
They made Marvel.
Yeah, I saw that. Spider Suds.
Spidey Suds. And then he ordered this one for me. He gave it to me the other day. He's like, I got this. Dude, the box is freaking awesome. But
the whole Marvel one, that is bad.
And then it's like a little magnetic thingamajiggle. Hey man, I'm just talking about the soaps.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and it's a cool looking box, so you can hang that on the wall afterwards.
Yeah, or do something with it. I mean, it's really awesome. And the soaps smell really good. I like the art. I can't tell who it is though. I can't tell if it's I don't know if it's Perez or Byrne or some kind of in between.
Yeah, I don't think it looks enough like Byrne stuff.
Yeah, I mean I honest to God have no idea whose art it is, but all the art's really classic. And I don't want to say this is how the characters should look, and the box, like I said, it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's all I got. Like I said, our good pal Al there hooked us up with hooked me up with some soap. I guess he's trying to say I stink.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
I bathe regularly.
Merry Christmas, you smelly.
Damn it.
Your friend Al. Your pal Al.
But yeah, that's it. I went out and picked up some Christmas presents and that, but it's pretty cool. I really do like the box. The art's really nice.
Oh yeah. I did some reading, but I've been like not feeling too good, so I've been like very tired. On the plus side, my leg that had a hole that resembled part of the Grand Canyon from last year is finally almost completely closed.
Good job.
2 years in the making. But I thought I was on the fifth installment of Last Ronin.
Yeah.
And I was still only on chapter 4. So I am now like I'm now like got like only like another 20 pages left of that book. It's so good.
I need to sit down and finish reading it. I started it, but I just haven't had a chance. And that's the whole thing. I get behind and I get caught up on reading or just fall behind on reading in general. And then when I try and get back into it, I lose where I'm at or whatever. The last thing I was reading, besides our book for the day, was I bought a while back. I went out of town and they had did a Black Friday sale at the comic book convention.
Oh yeah.
And they had some Epic collections in a box. They were a little beat up, but they were $5 a piece for Epic collections. And I bought the Epic Collections Captain America Volume 1.
Nice.
And the first issue and the book is like Strange Tales 114. Cap meets Johnny Storm. And it's Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, but the art in the early Marvels, the Jack Kirby art is so good. I don't know why it pops so to me.
Yeah,
but those
so ahead of its time.
Yes, that art is amazing.
For sure. I did that, and I'm up to issue 9 in that Bronze Age Saga of the Swamp thing that you showed off earlier that you picked up.
Issue 9. So you did read the Cthulhu issue finally?
Yes. Oh man!
When he goes to the freaking cave, oh
Mhm.
my God!
It. I'm not gonna lie. I might have woken up a couple of times that night.
So
I'm
you're
not
up
sure if it was
to
because I had to go to the bathroom. I was a little scared.
you're
Yeah.
up to that one, huh?
Yep.
Where he's in the train.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude, Bernie Wrightson's so good.
It's just so awesome.
Yes,
So
the stuff is just amazing.
I had a different Thomas on last night. I had Thomas Hewells on from Kingsville, the guy that I kept winning, figures and like really cool comic book cover pops from and everything.
Yeah.
He's always doing giveaways. Now he's doing a podcast like I do on Creators Outlet, but he is just grabbing huge names.
Really?
He makes indie comics, so of course he loves indie comics, and he brings a lot of those people on, and people that are just starting out, like new guys from Image or Mad Cave and AWA, stuff like that. Last week he had Jeff Johns on.
Oh, sweet.
2 weeks ago he was interviewing Todd McFarlane.
Really?
I'm like, he must have sent Todd a picture of his office setup. Todd looked and goes, "Yeah, I see all my figures there. Thanks. You put 2 of my kids through college this year."
Let me go on and talk to you. It's the least I could do.
And Thomas actually broke some news a couple of days ago that even though Hasbro laid off 1,100 people this week, Merry Christmas, McFarlane Toys just cut a deal with them.
Yeah,
to
they're
do
doing
Hasbro. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, right?
Transformers first and then G.I. Joe.
Really?
Page Punchers. There's no details out yet as of whether or not they are going to be like the 7-inch figures or the small, like 4-inch figures. So we'll find out when more is available about that. But he did, it just ended the other day. McFarlane Toys did a 12 Days of Christmas sale. No, I didn't buy anything, but I did pre-order one thing. They did. Now, I'm mad at myself because I never pre-ordered the Blacklight Joker.
Okay.
But I just pre-ordered the Blacklight Mr. Freeze, and the backdrop is the cover of the first appearance of Mr. Freeze.
Oh, sweet.
The suit looks like really weird and stuff. It's not something that I'm used to, even like the old, version or whatever, but it was still cool. And worst case scenario, if I end up not liking it, those Blacklight editions are usually like Entertainment Earth exclusives. And then, about 3 or 4 months after they come out, they're going to be sold out before they hit the shelves, before they hit the Entertainment Earth, like
site,
now in stock section. They're probably all going to be sold out by then. So I'd be like, if I don't like it, I can sell it or trade for something that I do like.
Yeah, that's what you say. You get you a black light, that way you can light it up.
It comes with them.
Oh, does it? Oh, sweet.
It comes with black lights that attach to this big base that you put them on.
So it shines up from it.
So it shines up on them. They're like little spotlights, little black light spotlights. You just turn your lights off, put it on the shelf, and you go.
Huh.
Like, cool.
Yeah, sounds neat.
So, speaking of Tommy Hull, I figured we'll take a look at his Kickstarter. I just had him on last night. His issue 2 of Kingsville. The book reminds me, it's very heavily influenced by The Boys. Like a lot of different stuff and a lot of different characters. But I put his There's his link. That's his Linktree link because it's just easier going there. And here, when you go to it, boink, first thing is right to there. And then I will have to switch off of that and switch to this.
They say we're now having technical difficulties.
Yeah. They know we can't help it. We're boomers. Not quite boomers. Yes, I know. So here's the trailer.
As the desire for more independent comic books continues to rise, readers around the globe look for fresh stories that can capture their imagination and introduce a whole new universe of valiant heroes and despicable villains. We at World at War Comics bring you just that. Here, our creators break free of the norm and take you on a wild adventure through Kingsville, a story of global power gone wrong. Kingsville will bring to the comic book pages a story of power being abused, where a decision must be made to either ignore and continue to live in peace, or expose the guilty and possibly lose everything. Join the World at War movement and its first comic, Kingsville, to fight against the tyranny of the Alliance for Global Safety. Pre-order your copy today.
Looks like it's about funded.
Just about 70% of goal. So just a little over $600, and it's there. He's got 47 backers. Now he put this up about 4 months ago, and the Kickstarter failed miserably.
Uh-oh.
Just because it's in this economy, it's always a bad time to launch a crowdfunded project right now. You know, unless you're like a big name in the business that has just gone back to just doing their own thing, left the corporate world to just, be your own boss, and your name, you've got you're like a Mark Millar or
you've got a dedicated following.
Yeah. You've got like a long list of people that are just dying for stuff from you. And I put this right up right here in the description so you can read that. Issue 2 is all done. It's just being finished lettered, and he's already started on issue 3. They've already got the first 2 pages of issue 3 done. This is the clean cover. These are all the villains.
Okay.
This is Dr. D. They're like the empire of superheroes. This is the not so clean cover. There's a lot of blood in this book. It's like, hello, early 90s Image. And this is what the other cover looks like. This is a brand new character. Pictured Deathstroke the Terminator and Deadpool had a love child. This is them.
Damn it.
Some interior art.
The art's not terrible. It's a real muted palette, though.
Yeah. Everything's like, fairly dark. And these are all first appearance new characters in issue 2. So.
When did the first issue come out? Do you know?
About 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. So he was going to do issue 2 right after issue 1, essentially.
Yeah.
And it just didn't take off right there.
Finally, a villain I look like.
Damn it. No, he's got more hair than you.
Yeah, just about everybody does. This is Collapse. And this guy's called Snapback.
You got the first issue?
Yes, I do. Snapback's holding on to like those blades on his hands.
Yeah.
And he can just stretch like Eel O'Brien there. You see this? The whole arm stretches.
He's slapped.
Yeah. Right through his head. I don't think he's going to have a headache after that. Stretch goals that are already passed. An embossed sticker. $2,500. He's going to include the logo magnet. If he hits 3K, everybody will get 2 free trading cards out of the new set. And at 4,000, there's a Kingsville 2 poster, which is like that main like deep dark cover. And if it hits 5K, which he's really hoping for, because he's already bought and paid for all of them, there's a Kingsville poker chip where it has one of the covers of the cover of issue 1 with Snapback on one side, and then the cover of the new I Love Death guy on the other side.
I Love Death guy.
Well, he's called Death something, but I forget what he told me it was. But you can get a digital version of number 2 if you've already got number 1 and you just want to check it out for $5. You can get a physical and digital version for 10. Physical and digital issue. And then you can pick the covers. They're all the same price. Like the variant covers aren't like,
stupid expensive. Yeah.
Even some of them aren't stupid expensive, but they go up a little bit more because the artist costs more for the cover that they wanted for it. But, I was sad to see because he was offering 4 full-page ads in Kingsville 2 for $15 a piece. They're all sold out. If you buy Kingsville 1 and 2 together, he knocks a couple of dollars off the price, which will just get eaten up by your shipping costs. But he took a couple of bucks off it, so you can get both of them for like $18.
Yeah, you get both issues.
All 3 covers of issue 2, $25. Then he's got retailer packages. You can get he cuts it like stores will get like half off, and you can get 10 copies of number 1 for $35. Or you can mix and match it for $35. You can get 5 of one and 5 of the other, so you have sets.
Yeah, and that way you can sell them that way.
Yeah, and he would include stuff with them. There's all 3 covers of a T-shirt for $50, and the bigger retailer package for Kingsville 2, which is one of 5 copies of each cover for $55. And then there's the get everything, get it all, including issue 1, all 3 covers, issue 2, all 3 covers, and one of the issue 1s was an exclusive Kickstarter only cover, but he overprinted by a certain percentage, for errors, and he still got like, I think like maybe like 10 left.
Oh.
So 3 people have already grabbed this. And that's pretty much it. So if you like the boys and overpowered villains, I think you'll dig this. The story flows really good, and I thought it was a lot of fun. But
cool.
And now
check it out.
My picks, sticking with our Christmas theme.
Hey, it is Christmas, so might as well. Batman and Robin, $2.39, 52 pages for 25 cents. Of course, they don't tell you. You find out later on that of those 52 pages, 12 of them or 13 of them are a reprint.
Yeah, but the best thing about that reprint, can any of us afford to buy that original source material?
No.
Okay, then. Got it.
Damn it.
This was at a time where it's still the Batman comic, but it's Batman with Robin, the Teen Wonder.
Yeah.
At some point, this becomes Batman with Batgirl. Robin is going off to college, so you just get a lot of like, really cool mod Robin stories from like the 60s and 70s.
Well, that's the same thing when Batgirl's in the book.
Yeah.
And and I don't want to sound terrible. It looks like it's a wonderful cover by Adams. But he only drew one of every other cover in Batman at the time.
Yeah. It's like, who drew more Batman covers? I think Jim Aparo.
Maybe. Exactly.
It's going to be it's probably like a close race.
Yeah. But yeah, Batman with Robin 239. Now I was kind of shocked the inside because I was like, the art inside is actually really good, and it's era of Novak.
Yeah.
And he's done, God, dude, he's done so much stuff. Just somebody we don't ever talk about. And I don't want to know if it's him or if it's Giordano that's really fleshing this artwork out, but it's really good.
I think it might, this issue might rely heavily on Giordano inks.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, the artist, the penciler is, great penciler.
Yeah,
he's so good. But back in the 60s and 70s, the only person really DC wise that comes to the top of the stack is Dick Giordano on inks.
Yeah.
Well, Dick Giordano is to DC what Jolton Joe Sinnott was to Marvel.
Yes, exactly. I mean, the only one that comes even close is Murphy Anderson to me. But I mean, I freaking the stuff that they did on Adam Strange was so good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so Silent Night, Deadly Night. We see our Batman swooping down as a Santa has been beat the heck out of and is laying unconscious. And then there in the middle, dude, I did not know until I read this. These little three post Salvation Army things were back in the day, 1972. Yeah. So they've been using the same design forever. Only now they have locks on them because people steal from them, which we quickly find out as the Batman arrives. That's exactly what happened here. He asks the Santa, "Are you all right?" He says, "Yeah, I was. I wish you would have been a little earlier. There's a big man with a tan jacket. He jumped you." This guy's been going around beating up Santas and stealing the money that they're raising for charity. But this Santa actually got a leg up on him. He was strong enough to pick up a wood crate and hit this guy in the knee with it. So he picked up a pallet, wooden crate or pallet, whatever, and knocked him. So he's hurting. So Batman actually, this is kind of cool. Batman says he's going to actually follow the guy. He says there's traces of blood on the snow, and this unevenness in the footprints indicate our attacker was favoring one leg. Adds up to a trail. Might be able to follow it.
Oh my God, detective work?
Exactly. Dude, he never does that anymore.
Oh, nope. He's just a brooding Superman now.
Yeah.
Nobody can lay a finger on him.
No. Oh yeah, we fixed to see in a minute how different he is. So he heads. He's like, "Thanks for your help." And I love Santa. He says, "If you find him, find the creep, sock him one for old Santa." Seems like he went in this alley. And of course, this is cool too. Batman says, "I'm in luck. He didn't walk in the middle where the trail would be lost in the tire tracks. He stuck to the side. He probably used the wall for support." So we know the guy's actually been hurt.
Yeah.
And of course, Batman follows him down until he comes to a little set up Christmas tree stand where they're selling Christmas trees.
Mm-hmm.
Says, and he's like, I'm close. And finally we see there's Batman when this giant tree comes up and hits Batman in the head. Dude, this is like a freaking 9-foot Christmas tree. That sucker's heavy.
Yeah, I'm like, why didn't you just try to stab him through the back? Look at the point on the end of that sucker.
Yeah. So they get into a fight here. And as we can see how times have changed, this dude not only hits Batman with the damn Christmas tree, knees him in the jaw, and then starts to strangle him with Christmas lights.
I got to tell you, the first thing that came to mind when I saw that last panel with him trying to choke him out with the Christmas lights was that Christmas parody song, The 12 Pains of Christmas.
12 Pains of Christmas.
You want to string up the lights? You do it.
Damn it. Hey, man, what's
Jamie,
going
greetings.
on? So, yeah, he's trying to strangle Batman with damn Christmas lights. Of course, it doesn't go super well. Batman manages to recover, flips him over, and knocks the hell out of him.
Yeah.
And he's our bum here's got the damn gall. You would have taken me except for I got a bum knee. Then you're the thug I want, for your fighting is strictly Bush League.
In other words, you would have never taken me.
Yeah.
Even with both legs.
So he's going to take him to jail.
Yeah.
And as he's going on, what's cool is the guy's like, look, hey, I didn't do it for myself. Let me give you a chance to show you. If you still figure me for a louse, I'll be locked up without a whimper, Batman. And Batman's like, I don't know why, but I got a feeling you're straighter than you seem. Prove it to me, though any stunts in your cat meat. Consider that a promise, chum. That's a little weird. I always thought it was dog meat, but hey.
Well, we're in Gotham. There's probably more stray cats than there are dogs.
Is that what it is? Gotham is a cat problem.
It's Christmas time. He's looking to feed the abandoned pets.
Yeah. I do like how it keeps talking about even in I can't remember what poem that was or whatever. He talks about how the snow makes everything clean and nice again. Even in Gotham's worst slum, the snow works its magic, masking the dirt, the squalor, hushing moans of pain from grim tenants. So they're really in a terrible place. So we get back. The guy leads Batman back to his apartment, and it's me. There it is. You hear a voice from inside. It's me, sweetheart, Uncle Tim, and a friend. Batman, this is my niece Betsy. I'm glad you're back, Uncle Tim. I was getting lonely. Did you bring the turkey and other stuff? And he's not yet. Sorry, I'll explain later. First, me and Batman got to talk. You play in your room. Just so you see my reason, Batman, it's Betsy. I wouldn't wash. You're big, strong. Certainly you could have worked to buy this child Christmas. Now we find out Hasbro just laid him off.
Laid him off.
Yep.
It wasn't actually Hasbro. It was another company like, another toy manufacturer like Hasbro.
Yeah, Evans. Well, it doesn't say the company, but it's Evans, the toy manufacturer, Richard Lee Evans.
Yeah.
It's September.
Probably a company Hasbro bought out years ago.
Oh my God. Damn it. He let a bunch of us go in September because business was slack. He promised we'd be rehired. So instead, he sold the company. And the new bosses have no interest in previous employers or previous employees. I didn't dare, kept thinking I'd have a regular spot till it's too late. So basically, old dude thought the company was going to hire him back. He didn't go looking for another job. And then when he did, it was too late. And now essentially nobody's hiring because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And Batman still being, rich, privileged asshole that he is. You've had a rough time, but none of us could have, told your excuses or crimes. You picked a quarrel with the world, and when Evans is to blame. And the little guy finally gets mad. He says, yeah, everything that's bad happens to Betsy is Evans' fault. So Batman gets the hell knocked out of him with a light. These damn lamps were heavy, too.
I would think that the lamp would break.
And the big old ceramic ones back in the day. Nah.
Oh yeah, those things were like 3 or 4 inches thick.
Exactly. Then Batman gets knocked out, and then for a brief while he feels warm and peaceful until a throbbing in his head comes up. And there's Betsy. Hey, Mr. Batman, you're awake. Cut these ropes. Let me get away. I can't, sir. You see, Uncle Tom said not to let you loose until morning. He's been so good to me. Since Mommy and Daddy went away, I'd be a sin to disobey. Where the hell did Mommy and Daddy go?
They just skipped town. They might have died. They might have gotten, put in prison for something or
whatever. Yeah, we never
just said,
out.
We can't handle a kid anymore, and just we can't take care of us. So here you go, Tim, and took off.
Yeah. What's bad is so he ties Batman to the damn radiator, which it's cold outside, so it's probably hot as balls. Mm-hmm. Those radiators get hot. And she won't cut him loose. Batman manages to realize he's in a crappy house in the rundown part of town. Because see, there's the plaster ain't even all on the wall. Mm-hmm. So he managed to rip the damn radiator up and get out. So he's like, hey, I'll slip the bonds off the bottom, no problem. In my Bruce Wayne identity, I once visited Evans. I should reach the manor in an hour. He's like, you're leaving me alone? Can't you stay with relatives, neighbors? No, I guess not. Get your coats. So Batman decides in the middle of a damn snowstorm, he's going to go and stop this guy who he thinks is going to go kill this toy manufacturer for all of his pain and suffering. And
apparently the Batmobile is currently a Camaro.
Yes. So he actually takes the girl with him and they head out. Now, I know it sounds crazy. The next 4 panels may be the best that are drawn in here because the snow is really nice. To me, it looked really good.
It's because you don't have to shovel it.
Because I don't have to shovel it. Exactly. And the damn Batmobile, he drives until he gets literally stuck in a damn snowbank. He says, stopped. I need a bulldozer. I was unconscious for 90 minutes. Plenty of time for Tim to have gotten this far. While we stop, we're waiting, Betsy, waiting for a miracle. And apparently, old guy, the toy manufacturer, has went a little off his rocker there, and he lives in a castle on top of a hill outside of Gotham.
I'm surprised he doesn't wear a cape.
Exactly. He's not a damn supervillain or anything. And we find inside that this old man is playing with his toys. Just like a bunch of us.
Yep.
When he hears somebody, he says, there's someone there. You heard me, the guy that used to buck freight for you, remember? Get out. Nobody's allowed in my castle. I'm going to make you pay for all the misery you caused. So the guy is going to beat the hell out of him. Possibly kill him. He says, nothing can keep me from wringing your scrawny neck. As the Batman and the little girl head up toward the castle, they finally see, look, a horse and an old-fashioned sleigh. No sign of the owner, but we'll borrow it. I hoped for a miracle and got one. Hang on, Betsy. Let's head up. So he giddy ups the course.
You okay?
Yeah, I just Jamie popped something up there. I saw it. I was trying to read it right quick. So the animal seems familiar with the area, and they head up to the castle. We find out that we get there. That good old.
Let me address Jamie's. No, we're not comic book creators. We're just comic book fans. I do another show on Wednesdays called Creators Outlet, where I interview a bunch of indie creators, and we support them here on the channel. And we take a look at a different crowdfund campaign every week during our pre-show before we dive into whatever older comic book we're covering.
And we try and cover them pretty as thoroughly as possible. I know that kind of goes page by page, but hey, sometimes that's the only way to do it to me. But yeah, so Batman finally shows up, and we realize that Tim has not killed the old man. He's sick, and he's actually trying to get him to the damn hospital at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a bum ticker, and he needs a doc. So they put him in the freaking horse and sleigh and rush to the hospital. He says, I've been out of my head for plenty of weeks. He says, was worrying me to bits. I wasn't like myself. And when he was going to kill the guy, he finally just come to his senses. And Batman's like, hey, Tim, you'll eventually have to answer for all you did, but I think I can persuade the Wayne Foundation to intercede for you. I don't care about me. I just hope Evans is okay. So, of course, Evans does make it. He goes through. And then, Batman tells him, we'll discuss your difficulties with the law next week, Tim. Meanwhile, take Betsy home. Give her a Merry Christmas. Thanks, Batman. I'll pay you back. And Batman just gives him a big ass wad of cash. Says, you already have. The instant you chose mercy instead of murder. Goodbye and God bless. But now I'd better see to the horse and sleigh. And of course, the horse and sleigh are gone. And then we see a little star at night. So we know it was Santa.
Tingle, tingle.
Yep. Christmas story of Christmas past. Art in here, dude, I don't know who published, or 1943 is when this one was originally published. This sure as hell wasn't Bob Kane art. No, I'd be surprised.
It's too good to be Bob Kane art.
Yeah. I mean, God,
if it's not credited, it could be Bill Finger.
Well, no, Bill Finger was just the writer. Remember, but it could have been, Sprang was
Dick
drawing
Sprang.
back. Dick Sprang. Jerry Robinson was drawing at this time. It could have been any of those guys. But yeah, it's not credited. Bob Kane. Originally published Batman number 15, 1943. Merry Christmas, lovers of high adventure of Batman everywhere. Oh yeah, this artwork is really good, especially for 43. So we discover, here it is, Holy Night, Bruce and Dick Grayson are going around town, and they're essentially handing out money and presents to people to make them feel good. And they're just handing out money like it's going out of style. And of course, Dick's,
He's got plenty of it.
Yeah, he does. He says, I thought I felt good, but now I feel 10 times better. So do I. But it makes me sad to think how many more are unhappy this Christmas Eve. That youngster had his mother, but a lot of people have no families. We're lucky, all right. We have each other and one of the finest houses in Gotham, so they made it back to Wayne Manor. He says, dozens of friends send us presents, but some people have no friends. It must be awful to be lonely at Christmas. I was looking forward to just enjoying the evening by ourselves. And then Dick says, but what, Dick? Well, wouldn't it be nice if we could just send some cheer to some other people? And he says, I got it. The loneliest men in the world. And of course, the loneliest men in the world, all three of them, happen to freaking live in Gotham City. So Batman's like, hey, I'm hoping you'd suggest it. So they load everything on the freaking bat plane, and it looks like a damn sleigh. I guess they got it outfitted for snow travel.
Yeah, it's like the bat plane or something.
Yeah, it's the bat plane, but it's got sleigh on it.
Sleigh bells on it.
Yeah, sleigh rails and stuff on it.
Well, according to the DC database, Batman Volume 1, Issue 15 from March of 1943, was written by Jack Schiff. It was penciled by Bob Kane.
Oh, my God, really?
But it was inked, which is probably its saving grace, by Jerry Robinson and George Roussos.
Damn it.
So Jerry Robinson saved this book.
Jerry Robinson saved it. So they head out. The weird wing, batwing shape scores into the sky. And of course, Batman and Robin is going to stop. First person they're going to see, even though he's not the loneliest man in the world, is Commissioner Gordon, who has a giant ass picture of himself over the desk. Like, huge. Like, dude, have you got an ego or something? This is old school Jim. I am the Gordon. So they show up as Jim's actually letting a fugitive go. Dirk Danger is his name. Yeah, he says he's letting him go because I don't have enough evidence to actually throw you in jail, so I got to let you go. And he says, maybe later, Dirk, but now we're busy celebrating Christmas, and we've thought up a brand new way to do it. How about letting me in on the secret, Batman? Dirk just leaves. First, we're going to give a surprise party for the doorman at the Swanky Crane Club. And then we'll call on Link Chinsey, the radio humorist, and the gloomiest man in Gotham. Finally, we'll visit the old lighthouse keeper off Pirate Reef, who spends months on end all by himself. And then Gordon's like, I wish I could go with you. And then, Dirk's listening at the doorway. That sentimental stuff gives me pain. So it also gives me an idea on how to make some dough and give the Batman the worst Christmas he's ever had.
I don't know if you could do that. I think the one where his parents died was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. So they head out. Dirk manages to make it back to the headquarters, and he recruits the rest of his group to go. And they're essentially going to hit all the places Batman's planning on stopping because he just told them. So Batman shows up and tells him, hey, meets the doorman. Says, who's like, nobody wastes a second thought on me. People be surprised to find out I had feelings. Reckon it's about the loneliest man in town. Suddenly, happy Yuletide, Ben. And we mean happy by the powers of Batman and Robin. You don't know it, but you're scheduled to be the guest of honor at the party inside. So they take him inside, dude. They're going to have this big-ass party for him. And, he says, and this is kind of cool. Most of us go through life paying too little attention to people around us, but this one night, most exclusive to town, we'll remember the most neglected employee, the doorman. He's been there like 20 years.
Yeah.
So they're having
he might have been there when they built the building.
Exactly. So he's having, they're having a big party. When finally Dirk Danger shows up, machine guns and hats. It's a holdup. Be nice and you won't lose your lives. I just need your cash and jewels. Mm-hmm. And of course, Batman's like, don't start. They'll start shooting and they'll kill people. And this is the little doorman seats. You remember they used to have them?
Yeah.
They'd sit down on. Robin shows him how it works, manages to knock a couple of them out. They do get in a fight. When Dirk gets the drop on Batman, he's going to shoot him. But our good old buddy, the doorman there, hits him with a turkey. And
that was hilarious. Dude just picks up a roasted turkey.
Yeah.
And, gives him a screwball to the back of the head.
Yeah. Damn it. It's better than prison grub.
Maybe think of that scene from Friends where they had the turkey stuck on their head.
Damn it. I won't forget this, Batman. Let's scram. We can't catch them later, but we can't get through the crowd right now. And, of course, the boss, who, because they were having the party inside, the guys were actually able to get past the doorman because there was no doorman there. It was a stroke of genius throwing that it was a chicken, not a turkey. That chicken, your salary is doubled. So the boss doubles the doorman's salary because he threw a chicken at the dude and knocked him out.
Well, because he pitched in and helped save everybody. So
exactly. So they get back on the sleigh mobile there and head off to meet the world's saddest comedian. Who we find out, nobody ever talks to him because, he doesn't have any family or anything else. And he's just grumpy. And he's got freaking just filing cabinets full of jokes, new jokes, old jokes, variations on jokes. And, he's coming to get, Batman and Robin want to show him, hey, look, we're friendly. And Dirk's crew shows up and they're like, hey, it's you again. Yep. So we're here. We're going to beat up Batman and Robin again, and we're going to steal all the jokes because the jokes are actually worth money. So they steal all the jokes, but now this was kind of cool. He's like, hey, I'd hope you'd wake up in time to enjoy Batman. Isn't it funny? Chinsley, whom you wanted to cheer up, is going to strangle you as soon as he gets tired of standing on his tiptoes. So they've got him on a freaking step stool, and they've got ropes around their neck and around a light which stretch to him. And I guess when he gets tired and he drops, then the ropes are going to choke him and they'll die.
Man, this book just loves radiators. I mean, I know that's all they had for heat back then, but still.
Yeah, that is the second set of radiators. I didn't even notice that, but yeah, you're right. There is another set of radiators.
There was one in the news story. There's one in the story that decided to use a reprint. Old Batman Christmas time story with a radiator in it.
Yeah. Okay. Damn you, Central Heat and Air. So now, while we leave Batman there, they head out with these filing cabinets. Dude, these bastards must weigh a ton. These guys are strong as hell carrying out these filing cabinets.
Even with a hand truck, back then, yes. An empty cabinet probably weighed 300 pounds.
I don't know. These are tall. These are the big boys too. So now we get back to the lighthouse keeper, who's struggling it away by himself. Ice, making sure the boats don't crash ashore, everything else. When Dirk's crew show up, and they're going to cut the light out. Now, this is where it makes no sense. They're going to wait for a boat to crash. And then when the boat crashes, they're going to go out there, get all the stuff, and then sell it on the black market. How the hell? Dude, it's freaking 24th of December. The weather's like crap. This is New England. You're not doing this in the middle of the night.
When's the last time you saw a smart criminal?
I guess not only are they a cowardly, suspicious lot, they're stupid. So finally, Batman.
If they were smarter, they would have done this crime out of Gotham City.
Out of Gotham City, yeah. I'd rather die than harm you, Batman. So back with our comedian. There's only one way out of this, dude. He would have to have some strong legs to do this. He picks this guy up with his feet. He says, if I can raise you another inch or two there, now jump to my shoulder and steady yourself leaning against the wall. It ought to be easy compared to what you've done. So the guy managed to jump onto Batman's shoulder and get onto the freaking radiator as Batman kicks the stool up and then uses the broken glass from the light bulb to cut his bonds and get away.
And somewhere they make mention of the fact that we've done this broken glass thing plenty of times, so it works every time.
Damn it. Yeah. So, yeah, right there at the bottom, we should have guessed. Sooner or later, isn't the first time we've given ourselves a break by breaking glass. So before they head off, though, knowing where Dirk Danger's gone, they stop and pick up the phone, and apparently all of the comedian's fans have called in. Batman's hooked them up on one giant party line, all to wish him Merry Christmas, which brings a tear to his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, now Batman heads off to the lighthouse, which it's probably a little harder to find now that the damn light's out. So they find it, and then they swoop in onto the bad guys and beat the snot out of them. This is why Batman doesn't have many old school villains left. I'm glad I'm glad you left one for me. I've never yet disappointed you on Christmas, did I? You turned it off, so you turn it on. And have some volts while you're at it. So Batman knocks the hell out of this guy into the freaking circuit breaker or whatever. I surrender, let me go. And the light comes back on and electrocutes him.
Yeah. Let me slobber punch you into a high capacity electrical panel and the high voltage panel will take care of you and put the light back on for the ship.
Yeah, because this is 15. I mean, it wasn't but like 2 issues before this where he quit killing everybody. So they managed to get the light on, and the boat turns away from the reefs at the last minute. And of course, Robin and Batman all have a good Christmas Eve dinner with the lighthouse keeper. He's like, books, radio, and a feast fit for the king. Just what an old man would want. Merry Christmas, Tom. If you're enjoying it any more than you are, we're joking. And of course, Batman then delivers the Dirt Danger gang to the police, all wrapped up.
All wrapped up in a nice, pretty bow.
Yep.
Merry Christmas, Sergeant.
Yep. He'll never have a friend. But okay, yeah. What is this? I've been thinking, Bruce. We never did find the loneliest man on earth, did we? Bots, Dick Cheney, Wick had friends, only they didn't know it. No, we sent him to prison for his life. The loneliest man is Dirt Danger. He'll never have a friend because he's all greed and hatred. He's completely bad, a wild beast to be caged. No one will ever say to him as we say to our friends, Merry Christmas. Pretty good issue.
Yeah.
Especially for 43.
Yeah.
It read good. I mean, some of the old stuff can be really, really campy. And this was kind of campy, but it still read good.
It got campier once the TV show showed up.
Yes, it did. And now Robin, the teen wonder, in Soul Pit. Mike Fredericks, dude, awesome writer. Rich Buckler did the art on this.
Yeah, it's
which
really
that
good.
kind of shocked me. Now we're not going to say anything here for Dick Grayson's genius. I know he's supposed to be smart and all, but it doesn't seem like he's being the smartest he could right here.
Well, take into consideration, he's currently in college.
70s.
It's the 70s. He's in college.
Yeah. So
I can describe 70s college life in a simple phrase: puff puff pass.
Damn it! So this is Gotham City's famous Bleecker Street. Yep, the queen of heavens brings new treasures in the deep veins of mystery, faith, and awe, or Soul Pit. So we find out that Robin. It's mighty kind of Dick Grayson to get you to come down from the Hudson University area to show us around, Robin. So Dick Grayson is dressed up as Robin and comes down to show his buddies around Gotham City.
And they don't know it's him.
And they don't know it's him either.
That's that Clark Kent glasses thing.
Hey, dude, I don't know. It's either that or these are the dumbest assholes I've ever seen. Sorry about that. I'm always willing to do a good turn, Bernie. He said he owed you three a favor for getting him up and into the Rutland Halloween Bash in the previous issue. So they start heading around, and essentially Robin's showing them around town, and they're here to scope out bars and scope out chicks. And of course, Robin, they finally do see. He said, "Hey, look at that blonde." And Robin looks over there. He's like, "Hey, it looks like," but he never says. He says who it is later, but she's vanished. Ducked out. I thought it was Terry Brigston. My imagination's been overdue since she left Hudson U on her mysterious missing person search, as recounted in Batman 234, 236. Can't get her out of my mind. So they go along, and then, dude, so as they're scoping chicks out, one of the guys hits on another girl who turns out to be a Jesus freak. I have not heard that term in forever. And there it is. Yeah.
That is a name I have not heard since the Clone Wars.
Since the Clone Wars. He says, "Man, you look like she asked you to," yeah. She goes on and gives you the spill about, Jesus and everything else. She says, "Man, you look like she asked you to swallow a warm, fizzed out Coke. Worse, Alan, she had to try to pick up a Jesus freak. They're whacked out, obsessed with saving the world. Their way and no way else. With the world in the shape it's in, maybe the Jesus people are right." Yeah, Robin, maybe they are. I mean, who could say? Of course, as they're going on, they see him. He says, besides, I thought college was supposed to teach you to have some toleration. Exactly. I'm not necessarily upset with that, what they're saying, Robin, but their preachy method. Like, for example, look, they surrounded that poor guy. He's dazed. He doesn't know what to do. So they're trying to talk to this guy who's in a bad place, and they won't let him go. So finally, they run over there, and they get in a big fight. Of course, Robin gets involved, starts slinging people around. And then the rest of them all get in. They're ganging up on Robin. Man, it's a miniature holy war. We fight in the name of the Lord. Oh, brother, hide behind religion. That's the worst. So they finally punch, get in this big-ass fight. And then Robin's like, hold on, pal. You're the one getting away. Mere words were never deserve a punch in the mouth. Thanks, Brother Robin, but there's more to be done. Stop this fighting, believers. Violence is not the way of our Lord. And then Robin's finally like, hey, those are the best words I've heard spoken tonight. Now maybe we can make some sense out of this mess. And we find out that, behold, Brother Charles here, he's having some bad vibes, and he's knocked out. He's not hurt. He's just in a state of collapse from exhaustion. So they take him back to the apartment to let him rest. And then when they get back there, Robin finally starts to see the woman there that he thought he saw earlier. Suddenly, Teen Warner, Terry, I don't know why. I'm seeking my cousin. I'll find you somehow. With our minds are linked. How they're linked, I don't know, because we missed like 3 issues, dude.
Yeah.
It's
1970s trippy stuff.
This is like, yeah. So they finally, they wake up, yes, his tortured mind is joined with our own, enabling us to behold the cause of his sorrow, his father. So this whole psychic thing here, we get to see that the guy's exhausted because his dad beat the hell out of him. And then Robin, who's, he says, is that really Rick? He's been battered, beaten to a fraction of a human being. Yes, he's fractured by hurt. When there is no love, help him, Robin, or we'll never be well. I'm out of the dream fog. How did it happen? Why? And then Robin's finally like, hey, I got to get out. What scares me is if that really was Terry I saw, she has even stranger powers than I dreamed of. Dude, who the hell is Terry? I do not remember this character at all.
Some hot chick from college.
I guess. Art was really good in the last issue. Mm-hmm. Story was pretty cool in a couple little parts, this last piece. But the fact that, you picked us one to drop right in the middle of a damn storyline, I have no idea where this crap is going.
Look, usually I pick up an entire issue that's like in the middle, like, for instance, the death of Aquababy, in the middle of 30 other issues.
Yeah, 2 of these like stories are standalone. The third one, I'm like, what in the hell is going on?
Well, like Meatloaf saying, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yes. But, dude, Buckler, 72. When did he damn start drawing?
Way before 72, because this is just so good.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, because, the stuff he did for Marvel, the stuff he did for JLA was amazing. Mm-hmm. And it's all after this. It's early 80s.
I would love for them to pull an omnibus of like all these early 70s Robin backup stories that were in the back of like Batman and Detective.
So they haven't done that yet that you know of?
There's like they're like 5 to 8 pages. They're usually around 8 pages. The Robin stories. They're usually around 8 pages. So it's basically, it takes like 2 or 3 issues to have like what would be like considered a full book.
Yeah.
But they did these for a few years while Dick was away at college. And once in a while he would come back and be in the main story.
Yeah, periodically. I remember that.
And it was basically just, him and Bruce fighting.
Now, I can't remember if it was in, I think some of it was a detective, but also some of it was in Batman. I think it was Batman Family. I picked up a while back Huntress Volume 1, right? which has all the little 8-page Huntress stories collected in one volume.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, of course, Huntress 1 for those who, are just now catching on. Yeah, we're talking the Helena Wayne Huntress.
Helena Wayne, not Helena Bertinelli.
Yes.
That was in the 90s. Helena Bertinelli was in the 90s. So
yeah, early 90s.
Yeah, I had those too.
Oh, God, dude, I love that series.
That was so fun. And when they made the first incantation of Birds of Prey,
yeah,
when it was, Oracle and Black Canary and Huntress was awesome.
Yeah.
Then they would cancel the book and they bring it back, cancel it, bring it back, cancel it, bring it back. And now it's basically, Birds of Prey is just like either an Outsiders book or or another Suicide Squad book, because like 3/4 of the team of villains. It's like, no, thanks.
Well, Helena there was kind of a villain in that first part. She's definitely an anti-hero.
Oh, yeah.
We need to do that one day, because that's one of my favorite. That's like the first real adult for mature readers book I remember buying off the shelf myself and going, this is awesome.
I think either that or Denny O'Neill's Question.
Yeah, Question was the same time period. Question, late 80s, early 90s. Question. Denny O'Neill, because that had art by Cowan, I think. Good. It's very good stuff. But yeah, this was cool. Art was really surprisingly good in the second story.
Thanks to Jerry Robinson.
Jerry, I think it's Jerry Robinson, who was the teacher of one of Steve Ditka's teachers. I had read it one time. But yeah, I've seen that before. That's amazing. And even Novak's art was good too. Art was all good in this issue.
However, the inkers were extraordinary.
The inkers were extraordinary.
Dick Giordano and Jerry Robinson.
Jerry Robinson
were the stars of this book.
Yep. Say they don't call them tracers again, you punks. Sorry. All right.
Look out, it's the Mod Squad.
All right. It took me a little bit to try and keep this thing going. You ready to know it for next week?
Sure.
You ready? Here it comes.
Yes.
Amazing Spider-Man 314. We have never done a McFarlane Spider-Man issue. Ever. In however many years we've been doing this. We have never done a McFarlane. Huh? Yeah, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy and sad all at the same time, because it reminds me that when McFarlane first started doing ASM, I was so friggin' poor, couldn't get a job, so I'd scrape like a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there, and then I would have to like wait for some of his earlier work to go up in price so I could trade it back in, and all I would get was 2 books at cover price, and then they would slap a $25 price tag on an early McFarlane and throw it on the wall.
I think I'm missing 1 or 2 of the original ASM by McFarlane now. It's not many if I'm missing any. I remember
the first half, but I could buy them all back if I sold my 300.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. It's that thing's better than gold. It's never going to go down.
My 299 and 300 and New Mutants 98 are like 3 books off the top of my head that are actually worth getting cleaned, pressed, and graded.
Yeah, I do not have a New Mutants 98. But yeah, I got a 298, 99, and 300. The thing that got me at this time when I was buying Spider-Man is, okay, people, you may not understand this, but back in the day, these things were on the spinner rack, and different gas stations or different drugstores carried different groups of magazines.
Yep.
And you would have to go to each damn one of them and hope you were there in time to get your book. If you didn't, it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I remember when this was coming out, I would like, okay, we'd have to hit this gas station. It wasn't here. We've got to go to this next one because they carry Spider-Man too. And we just keep going around until I got them.
Well, luckily, I had discovered my first LCS then. So it was a little easier to get stuff. And I was, working part-time, bagging and boarding books and doing backstock and everything. Which he would give me $3 an hour in store credit for. And I'm like, free comics, okay.
Yeah.
And my mother would yell, why don't you go get a real job? Then you can use some of your money to just buy them. I'm like, yeah, but now I just get to hang out at the comic book store all day.
Yeah, it's not only am I getting store credit, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun, damn it. Yes. I know it's probably, I know people are going to get mad, but McFarlane is probably my favorite Spider-Man artist. Just from the sheer nostalgia. And then it would be like freaking Rick Butler, Ross Andrew after that. It's crazy.
Who's in third? Romita Sr.?
Yeah, probably Romita Sr. or Romita Jr. Both of them were awesome.
Romita Jr. before he became Captain Chicken Scratch.
Yes, back in the 80s. Oh my God!
I want my own style, and I'm spending too much time doing all this detail.
Dude, his stuff was so good back in the day. But yeah,
we did that 2-part Juggernaut story.
Yes, that was amazing.
I go, wait, Junior did this?
Junior.
Why is the art good?
Yeah. Dude, look at some of the Iron Man he did. And you're like, holy Jesus, did he draw this?
So I was talking to I was in conversations with a couple of cover artists earlier today. One was the indie guy Javier Lugo, who did that Joker #1 cover for me.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, and he did this awesome, like, second gen Iron Man cover. He's got like the crackle glow around like one of the hands for the repulsors. It looks phenomenal. And he did it like on the new Iron Man #1 cover, I guess.
Oh, sweet.
The suit that looks like the one that they added gears to for the 2099 Iron Man back in the 90s.
God, dude, I love that story. Well, he's got skates.
And the other guy I was talking to was cover artist Chris Madd.
Yeah. Oh, Chris Madd's good.
And he had what do you have? He had 2 blank covers of now I gotta bring it up
because you forgot.
Because I forgot what book it was. It's gonna drive me crazy.
You could probably walk. Did you find it?
There he is.
Oh, get rid of that.
Boom, boom, boom. He's been working. Oh, it's the reprint of book 3 of Death in the Family they just re-released, where Robin dies.
I saw that the other day. So he's doing a new version of it.
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
I remember buying those off the damn rack, dude.
I still have mine.
At a gas station called Swanee Swifty.
Swanee Swifty.
Yep, it's no longer in existence. It's a liquor store.
Swanee.
It's a liquor store now.
Jamie wanted to know: have you seen the Santa Claus Conquers the Martians movie?
No, I think I missed that one. I'll have to look it up.
It sounds like it's making me think if Lee Majors, the $6 Million Man, is in that movie. I've seen it. It's hilarious.
If Lee Majors is in it.
There was they did one back in like the late 80s, early 90s. So here's the post with the funny GIF over there. They released like the full art cover of it.
Yeah.
But they released a foil edition that looks really cool. But the week it comes out, you can get the foil edition at a store, but it's going to cost you like $25. I'm like, it's a reprint. Why are reprints all of a sudden like going for like $25 to $100 the week they come out?
Dude, ASM or not ASM, Hulk 181. Those things are like $50 now.
Mm-hmm. So off to the side here, underneath the I guess he's asking, he goes, what should I do with these? This is from, I guess this is a new thing DC's doing called From the Vault, because that's like the tagline up top.
Yeah.
So they're like bringing and reprinting stuff from the vault because their numbers suck. I wonder why. So I wrote Joker holding Robin's severed head. And Chris has got the emoji going on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm open to the idea. Which Robin? I'm like, Jason, of course.
Damn it.
He's just got to come back and start shooting people anyhow. So,
I wish they would have left him as the Red Hood from the Winnick run. Oh God, that was such a good scene.
I don't know what they've done with him now, because
I haven't read any of the new stuff with him in it. But
you know why? Because the old stuff is so much better.
Yep. All right. Well, I will get that. I'm going to take some medicine, and I will get that book over to you, and we'll be back next week.
Did I show you this?
What?
The Sinestro that I won?
Yeah, I think it was last week.
Okay, I didn't know. I showed somebody else the other day, and it was back in like the box with the paper over it. So I really had no idea.
Dang it.
So, okay, you get that over to me, and we'll be back next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, wait, it's going to be Spider Time, Spider Channel.
Yep.
We'll see you at the Bugle next Thursday.
At the Bugle.
Dang it, Parker. In the meantime, have a great weekend. I'll see you back next Wednesday. Wait, what is next Wednesday? Okay, next Wednesday is the 20th. I'll see you back next Wednesday with another guest for Creators Outlet. We'll take another look at somebody's indie creation coming up. And then next Thursday, we'll be back with that Spider-Man Christmas book from Todd McFarlane, the Todd Father. And then I'm back on the 27th. I've got Buzz Escovedo as a guest talking about his book, Bloodbone.
Sweet.
So until then, thank everybody for popping in and hanging out with us. Everybody that was in the chat, Jason and Alan and everybody else. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.